This episode contains mature language and situations. Listener discretion is advised. You wake to the sound of a train. The clack, clack, clack of wheels. In the distance, is that the sound of birds in a forest? No. It's angels in a choir. Or is it demons from hell? It doesn't matter. You have no memory of how you got here. All you know is that you're lost, and that now you belong to the Grey Rooms. Hello again, roomies, and welcome to episode 10. We are at the halfway point, and I just want to take a moment and say thank you for all that you do. Whether you are a patron, an active member on the Discord, or a listener, we appreciate each and every one of you. We got a good tale for you this week, and we hope you enjoy this one. Now, we'd like to remind everyone that submissions for all Grey Rooms production podcasts are open. This includes Season 5 of The Grey Rooms, Bane, Ghost Signal, your own featured Grey Rooms miniseries, and a new upcoming Grey Rooms production we like to call Fireside Nightmares. So, if you have any terrifying tales you think might frighten us, send them on over so we can take a stab at it. There will be a link in the show notes with more information on the process, what we're looking for, and how to submit. So, without further ado, please enjoy episode 10.
Hello, sir. Yes, I've spoken to Beckett. He's on his way down. That's good to hear. Yes, I believe the warden is being seen to. Though from past experience, I imagine he'll need little more than a steady supply of mortal blood to heal his injuries. Will you be joining us, or... That's good to hear, even if the timing is a bit difficult today. Who attacked first? Mammon never was much for patience, was he? All right, I'll pass along your apologies. Sir, of course, if you think it wise, I'm not one to argue. But this is an internal matter. Do you really think... I understand. Of course. As you say, sir. Good luck with Lucifer. I'm sure the meeting will go very well. Damn it. Bezial. Come.
Apologies. I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
No, Admiral. You are not the source of my ire. Actually, credit where it is due. I just got off the phone with the founder. Your disinformation campaign has borne fruit.
Oh?
Mammon has declared war on Levistus. The fourth layer marches on the fifth. And Bezial has gone to a council of the dukes down at the palace.
So, then everything is working out just as we'd hoped.
Yes, just as we'd hoped. Actually, I wonder how much credit should go to you, and how much we owe to your shade companion. Is Samuel with us right now?
Yes, he is. Why?
Samuel, I do not know what you are or what you purport to be, but clearly you provide considerable aid to the Admiral here. And for the moment, Admiral Beckett and I are allies. We have some guests coming to the tower. They're on their way right now. If you'd be so kind as to keep your eyes open. Look for any unusual actions they might take. It would be a service to both your father and myself.
He says that he'll do just that.
Excellent. Perhaps one day we'll be able to chat face to face.
Perhaps. In the meantime, who are these guests you're expecting?
Speak of the devil and he shall arrive. Or in this case, the angel. Come in.
Sister dear, so good you could see us on short notice. And this must be Admiral Beckett. We've heard so much about you. It's a pleasure to meet you in person finally.
The pleasure is all mine, Bezial. You're even more beautiful than the images in your dossier.
Oh, I don't think so, dear. If I wore my true form in front of you, you'd go quite mad.
Can we get on with this? Time's wasting.
Admiral, this snarky model is Moth. I don't believe you've had a chance to meet either.
We have not. A pleasure, sir.
Yeah, kid, I'm glad you're on board. This place needs all the perspective it can get. If this were any other time, I'd love to sit and share a cigar, maybe some brandy, chat about all the little things. But we have a bit of a situation here, don't we?
Yes. Come in. Sit down.
You'll hear about Bob's escape.
Yes, we very much are. How did dear Woe manage to slip his bond, sister? We were all, and you'll pardon my language, we were all pretty fucking surprised to hear he'd managed to escape from the Grey Rooms.
Yeah, architect. Shouldn't that be impossible?
It should have been impossible, yes. But as I'm sure you read in the letters I sent along, he had external assistance. Unexpected. Shocking. Who
helped him? You said Todd?
Yes, and Samantha Winters, the previous guest of the rooms.
Forgive me, madam, but I thought Samantha was dead.
Nope.
Not as dead as one would have hoped.
She and Todd somehow broke into the rooms, found Bob, and then managed to open a way out?
Yep.
Yes, it's impossible. Bez, Moth, an investigation is underway, even as we speak. I've called Alma back from the lodge to look at the sigils underpinning the rooms. Whatever the error here, it will be corrected. This will not happen again. I recognize that this is most irregular, but in the grand scheme of things, what harm has been done? I mean, I somehow doubt that the loss of our groundskeeper will undo all of the hard work we've done over the centuries. Don't you agree?
Architect, I don't know what you think this visit is, but it is not a friendly one. We're not here to listen to your excuses, not this time. Sorry, kid. Right into the deep end, I guess.
I'll manage.
The Queen is pissed, Penn. And when she is pissed, she throws things. And not like vases or books. She throws knives and fire and lightning. People die.
Our dear mother is just as angry, sister. The loss of Woverike is incalculably bad. He knows, well, everything. If the wrong someone were to acquire him, if he were to speak into the wrong ear...
We're all dead. And not the fun kind of dead either. The really painful, excruciating kind of dead.
There you go, exaggerating things as usual. My friends, the project is stable. The subjects in this iteration of the rooms are perfect fits. The returns we've seen, even at this early stage, are unlike anything we've managed before. Even better than impressive guests like Ms. Winters or the Admiral here. We will find Todd. We will find Bob. We will find Samantha Winters. And they will be dealt with. And if Queen Titania, or dear mother, have a problem with that, then please take back to them a very simple message. This is my office. I run this project, not them. If they have a problem with how I run the Grey Rooms, they can take it up with the founder.
Are you sure that this is the tone you wish to take, sister? The message you wish us to convey?
Yes. Now. Unless there's anything else, the Admiral and I have a number of things to see to.
Are you? Are you kicking us out?
Yes. Thank you both for coming.
It was a pleasure to meet you both.
Yeah, kid.
The pleasure was all mine, dear boy. I do so hope we get a chance to speak again. Sister?
Bez?
What are you going to tell her? Moth.
Yeah, hold up a sec. She's got ears everywhere. This won't last long, but we won't need it. She's scared, right? It's not just me.
No, it's not just you. She's hiding something, and it's not just this business with Woe.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What is it?
You mind if I hitch a ride back to the mount with you?
You're not returning to the grove?
If I go back to the Queen with no answers, with nothing actionable? No. I've seen her smite people for way less than that.
Why the mount?
I know a guy. I don't want to say, but I might be able to work a deal, get some answers. Get a real lead on our wayward babes.
All right. Sure. Take my arm, dear boy.
Of course, my dear lady. By your leave.
Out the cell and close the door. My skin tingles. Some excitement, perhaps, along with the coldness that wraps around me, but I couldn't deny the prickle of fear as my head lay against the flat of the concrete bunk. I take a moment to breathe in the deceiving vastness of the damp air. What hell it must have been to have been held in this prison for real.
I don't think it's a good idea.
Come on, Jen, the joke's too good. Don't be a killjoy.
Damn it, Jake. I already feel bad for making Becky come. She and Max aren't exactly hitting it off.
Never a good idea to set up your friends, especially when they're as dorky as... Max, is it? What's his problem?
He's just shy.
Well, not with you, anyway. Think of this as an icebreaker. Like, it's something they can talk about over dinner. Now, go on, quick. She sighs, a hand on her hip, giving me the crinkled forehead and wide eyes that suggest I may live to regret this. Jen really should know better, though. A late-night tour of an old prison with yours truly for company, you are asking for trouble. We'll be laughing about it over a few drinks soon. Go on, will you? Make sure you close the cell door all the way. The chill of the concrete is already spreading. I readjust, but it doesn't help. The price you pay for comedy, right? Here, take my wallet. It's making the bunk even more uncomfortable, if that's a thing.
You're a fucking child.
I know. As the dim light from the corridor began to fade, I arched my neck backwards to the slither of moonlight filtering through the tiny barred window. I had an immediate craving for warm food. As my stomach gave out a rumble, my eyes began to adjust, giving the impression that the walls were closing in. The clang of the door sent a shiver down my spine. I couldn't deny the uneasiness that washed over me as Jen's footsteps faded into the distance, until I was left with only the moans of my stomach for company. Being in a cell alone in almost complete darkness, laying across a concrete bed, likely used by all sorts of miscreants, certainly made for an immersive experience. I was beginning to feel a little too close to it all. A titter of laughter in the distance brought some relief, and I lay back again, eyes wide, listening to the much-appreciated chatter of law-abiding humans.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is where the vilest of them were kept. Nasty pieces of work that would make you question humanity. Murderers, rapists, and that's just touching the surface. Some of these criminals did things that would likely have them thrown out of hell itself.
Like who?
These cells house the likes of Ted Cafferty, Norman Jones, William Eisenberg, Leonard Thomas. You can look them up later. There are some things that even I'm not prepared to broach. A certain type of darkness that should never be glorified.
Good pitch.
It feels colder in here.
People have said that before. Some have even claimed to feel a presence.
Were they allowed out? For exercise, I mean.
30 minutes a day, always alone. Shackled, of course, which meant movement was limited.
Bring back those days. Prisons are like frickin' hotels now.
That didn't stop Leonard Thomas from escaping, though. He somehow managed to break free and scale the walls. He always insisted that he was innocent, that they'd got the wrong man.
So, he could still be out there somewhere.
He's likely dead by now. I wouldn't be too worried. This way, please. I don't like to linger in this wing.
What did he do?
What he didn't do should be the question.
The piercing scream that fills the building is deafening. But the raucous laughter that follows lets me know there's another prankster in the group.
You idiot, John!
It wasn't me, babe. It must have been that Ted asshole. He's come back for seconds.
Come along. I have another group at 8.
Body rigid, I ready myself. I don't really have a plan. A moaning whale might do it, or I could flip upright and growl. Either way, it'll be hilarious. Face screwed up in excited anticipation, I listen for the door. But there's only mumbling from the corridor and footsteps chasing the lady with the clipboard. Come on, Jen. A sudden breeze sneaks through the opening above and drops a cold blanket. Part of me wants to call it a day to get up and speedwalk out of the room. What's that? Next to me, a shallow indent, a carving in the wall. Is that an L? I begin to trace a finger over the shape, and a T next to it. Yes, LT. Wait, what did the tour guide say? Leonard. What was the second name? I begin to imagine what he might have used to mark the wall. Was he lying down in this exact spot? What was going through his head at the time? The resignation to his fate? A permanent marking to designate the tiny room as his home for life? You were a naughty boy, Leonard. What did you do? A warmth against my neck makes me jolt upright, heart pounding, not a drop of saliva in my mouth. Jesus fucking fuck! I snap my head around, searching the dark, my breathing heavy and erratic. The walls seem to close in a little more. I push myself from the concrete bed, shivering as another bluster embraces me. See you around, Leonard. Peering through the small slot at the metal door, I see only darkness. No sign of the group at all, not even a straggler. The fuck, Jen? I push the door, but it doesn't budge.
Oh yes, well played. Okay, Jen, you win.
My skin crawls. An icy cape wrapping around me, impossibly cold now.
Very good. Joke's on me. You got me good.
I glance over my shoulder. Pure paranoia. And the room feels smaller still. They're never going to let me live this down.
I'm sorry, Jen. Silly idea. I know. Always the jerk. Can one of you let me out now, please?
I'm trying to stay in control, but my voice is shaky. I can't deny there's a little bit of anger building, too. Jesus. That smell. Where's it coming from? It must be blowing in from outside. With a clenched fist, I give the metal of the door a firm strike, disturbing the deathly quiet.
Jen!
Letting out a shudder, I snap my head around again.
Jen, we're gonna be late for dinner!
Using my shoulder, I give the door a firm hit. But it doesn't give at all.
Jen, you've had your fun, now let me out!
I wrap my fingers around the bars, push my nose through the gap.
Help! Is anyone there?
Silence. You could hear a pin drop. And the smell is getting worse, making my stomach churn. Coolness licks against the back of my neck as another breeze drifts through the window. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit.
Help!
What's that? Footsteps. Oh, thank Christ.
I'm in here! Leonard's cell!
The noise comes from behind me, but I can't look. Body trembling with bone-deep fear as metal grates against the stone. Wisps of breath disappear beyond the bars as the echo of footsteps continues to approach. Squinting, I try and force the darkness to disperse.
Quickly! Someone's in here with me!
The scraping sound from behind stops, replaced with a rattling noise that drifts towards me from the corridor. A harsh, metallic tune that offers no comfort. What the fuck? Another cold compress wraps around my skin as the gusts find me. Against the side of the building and above, I can hear the patter of heavy rain. I can smell it too, but faint petrichor isn't enough to douse the growing odor of shit and piss. The wind begins a high-pitched whistle, but as the draft on my neck lessens, the melody continues. It's coming from the corridor now, bringing an ominous dread.
Eric's tune.
I snap my head around, but only diluted darkness awaits, and my initials on the wall. J.M. Help! My phone, what an idiot. I grab it from my front pocket and begin to dial. The screen doesn't even wake. The whistling is getting louder. Through the bars, I see someone broad-shouldered and massive.
They're wearing an angular hat and pushing something. A trolley? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Out of the darkness, two more stocky figures appear behind the man's wide shoulders. And another scraping sound begins, menacingly loud. As the raucous harshness feeds down my bones, I press my face against the cold bars, searching for anything that might help alleviate the fear knotting in my stomach.
Clive on the left and Trevor on the right. Don't expect mercy from them.
Nobody there. It's a tap, tap, tap feeding along the walls now and up and down my spine.
The hell is this shit?
Playtime. But Eric calls it anyway.
I snap my head to the right, only to see the ever-approaching walls. Laughter emerges from the trio, but it isn't the jovial kind. They march in unison, black boots heavily crashing to the ground, metal instruments on the trolley vibrating and shifting noisily.
Help! Help!
I can see the face of the whistler now. Eric? He sees mine, too, and his lips curl to a snarl.
My group! I've got dinner reservations!
Good one, Leonard.
Leonard? My name's not fucking Leonard. I'm Jake.
Jake with the dinner reservations.
My wallet.
I reached in my pants, fumbling desperately in my back pocket. Ah, shit. Shit.
Open her up, Clive.
Stepping back from the door, I study Clive's face as he works at the bolts. I can hear his rapid breathing and see the hungry anticipation behind the eyes that occasionally meet mine.
There's been a huge mistake, Eric. I don't belong here.
The fuck did you just call me, you fucking maggot? Get that fucking door open, Clive.
My back is against the damp wall. There's nowhere else to go. Cold rain runs down my neck, and it's making me sick with a longing to be outside again. To be free. My name is Jake. Hinges moan as the metal door swings slowly open. It's impossibly cold. Feels like ice in my veins. I push my back against the wall again as Trevor begins his approach, pounding the end of the bat into his open palm.
This might hurt a bit.
No, please, you've got to...
A garbled yelp escapes my lips as pain explodes down my right arm. My entire right side is lit up, nerve endings screaming towards a crescendo.
Please.
But Trevor is growling, frenzied, saliva spilling down his chin. The bat comes at me again. A soft thud of wood sounds as it connects with my wrist bone, followed by a searing pain that brings me to agonizing tears.
Please stop.
Is that what they said? Your victims, the families, the kids.
What are you fucking talking about?
It's a low swing this time. I'm too slow to get my arms out. Just missing the kneecap, the impact forces my leg to buckle, and I let myself fall against the concrete bed, curling up like a fetus and bawling like a child.
Strip him and tie him down.
Yes, boss.
Trevor rolls me onto my back and begins yanking at my shoes. I flail my legs in protest, but Clive quickly rushes in and pins me down.
Please! I didn't do anything!
I told him that, but it didn't help.
He's here! Leonard! The one that you want! He's in here with us!
My socks are next, followed by my pants and briefs. Buttons fly from my shirt as it's ripped open again, and I'm left trembling against the cold concrete. Not an ounce of dignity left. Trevor reaches behind, taking the brown straps from Eric. Desperately, I try and wrestle my way from the bed. Trevor shoves me down, another bolt of searing pain exploding across the back of my head.
Leonard, tell them!
Trevor goes to work, buckling the first strap tightly against my chest and pinning my arms.
This guy's crazier than a soup sandwich.
They always do that. Blame it on the fucking voices. Turns my fucking stomach.
No! I swear! Didn't you hear him just then?
All I can hear, maggot, is a little boy that didn't get to suck on his mama's titty enough. Hurry up, Trevor!
My legs are forced against the concrete with the snap of the second strap. The pain is an echo of what it was before, but it still torments, still throbs relentlessly.
I didn't do it! I didn't do it!
I told them that too. Didn't stop them though.
There! He just spoke again! You must have heard that!
Enough of this bullshit. Trevor, get out.
Boss.
Where are the others? Why haven't they come back for me?
What are you gonna do?
I want you to confess.
I can't think. Fuck, none of this makes sense.
My name is Jake. I came here with a group on a tour of the prison. I have dinner reservations.
Dinner? Yes.
He reaches behind for the trolley, not taking his eyes from mine as he feels his way around the metal tray. What did he grab?
Ready for your first course?
Even confined, my body trembles relentlessly. So damn cold. My head is a world of pain and confusion. It's all too much to process. I let out a deafening scream that is swallowed by the indifferent dark. Warmth spreads down my thigh.
Do you want me to gag him, boss?
No. I want to hear him sing.
I didn't do anything, you fucking moron! My name is Jake McCann. I live at 45 Douglas Drive. I'm an architect with...
Eric digs the scalpel further in, and I let out an unworldly howl that only adds to the desolation. I can feel it in there, the cold blade scratching against my rawness. I bite down hard on my lip and bring my head back onto the concrete as he twists the tool, igniting a whole new level of torment. Turning, I retch, but only a croak emerges.
Please.
The smell of sweat, blood, and death hangs in the damp air, and there's no sign of salvation.
Confess!
Ripping the implement away and sending a spray of my blood spattering across the concrete.
I'm not him!
You disgust me. What you fucking did. How many did you kill?
Why won't you listen? I'm not... No, what the fuck is that? No, please, no! Oh!
The pain is excruciating. A flash of lightning that ignites a fire inside me. I'm screaming, crying, a ball of explosive pain and desperation. Blood begins to pool against my naked thigh as the cold metal works its way through tissue and bone, and helplessly, I listen to the crunching and tearing as Eric hacks at my index finger.
Oh!
Music, distant and soft, begins to float across. Pain continues to explore me, but it's dampening. The smell of steak is replacing blood and rust. And in the background, I can hear the superficial chatter of the other patrons.
Can I take your order now, sir?
I turn to Jen. She's wearing the green dress I like. Another wave of pain. Fierce this time, and I'm back to the soundtrack of gristle and dripping water. Finally, Eric swipes my finger to the floor.
Confess!
My name is Jake! Fuck! Please stop! I'm begging you!
I follow his finger to my chest and squirm as he slips it into the wound, moving it inside me, stoking at the fire that burns. I strain against the straps, but already the pain is beginning to damp. I'm floating, carried on a cloud of darkness, staring down at myself. The three of them are beneath me. Eric lost in the moment, Trevor and Clive exchanging nervous glances as if it's getting too much even for them. He removes his finger, and I'm back. Writhing against the cold concrete once more.
Please. No more. No more.
What's your name?
I open my mouth to speak. Is there a way out of this nightmare? I can't fucking think straight.
Your name!
My name is Leonard Thomas.
See what pain can do.
At last. We're getting somewhere. The hacksaw, Clive.
Maybe that's enough, Eric. I can't afford to lose my job, wife, kids, you know.
Clive, you'll do as you're fucking told.
Yes, boss.
Pale as the moon. He picks up the saw and tentatively offers it to Eric, as though expecting the guy to swallow his arms whole.
I did it! I killed them all! Please, just stop!
Now, that wasn't so hard, was it? There was a family of 4. Lived near the old mill down Crescent Street. The best man at my wedding, Frank, his wife Jean, and my 2 goddaughters.
Please,
Would you happen to remember those girls' names?
I don't know.
He pushes the blade back with slightly more pressure this time.
Fuck!
More pressure bites down on my leg.
Going to need an answer, Len.
I can't think of any fucking names.
Please don't do this.
Out of time, I'm afraid.
I'm lost, drowning in pain, impossible agony that is. Ice cold water snaps my eyes open.
Here he is.
He greeted me with a smile and a rusty knife.
We lost you there for a minute, Len. Now, one last chance. Their names.
As Eric steps forward and rests the blade against my neck, I order the steak, medium rare, with the mushroom sauce and a glass of Chianti, and I begin to sob uncontrollably.
Rot in hell, Leonard.
I lurch forward, sucking in mouthfuls of air, my heart thumping violently against my chest. It's freezing, but I'm dripping in sweat. Voices outside.
Jake!
I'm in here, Jen!
Oh, thank Christ. Overwhelming relief brings tears as I push myself from the bed, pain-free and with no sign of blood, all fingers present. More chatter emerges from the corridor.
Jake?
Jen, oh, I'm so happy to see.
He was in here before, Max. He was going to play a silly prank on Becky. I tried to talk him out of it, but he's as stubborn as a mule.
I'm here, Jen.
I'm sure he can't be far.
Maybe, but we've only been a minute, tops.
Jen shudders as my hands pass through her. What the fuck? As Becky arrives in the doorway, Max pulls his coat tighter.
Do you think he could be mad because you didn't follow through?
I don't know. There's always a chance. He's so up and down.
This is fucking insane, Jen. Jen, I'm right here.
Never known what you've seen in him. The man's a clown.
Fuck you, Becky.
Jeez, it's freezing in this cell. Maybe he's on his way to the restaurant already.
I guess.
She's still looking around the room, searching the darkness for something. If she looked closely, though, she'd be able to see my initials in the wall just under LT's.
I really don't like it in here.
Come on. Let's go find him and give him a piece of our mind.
I try and follow them out, but an invisible force field stops me. You belong in this cell now, Jake.
Jen!
The familiar squeak of the hinges sound as the door swings shut. And helplessly, I listen to their footsteps fading into the distance. This can't be it. This isn't how it ends. I slam my fists against the metal and pull my face to the bars.
Jen!
You come into my home, lay on my bed, and all for a joke.
Jen!
Well, I guess the joke's on you, kid.
I turn around to see him for the first time. An odd-looking man, tall and wiry, with a tuft of brittle grey hair and thick eyebrows that almost meet in the middle.
April and Joy, the names of the kids. But it won't help. I think you saw that in his eyes.
But the tour guide said you escaped.
Just one of many cover-ups, Jake. The guards were as ungodly as the criminals. It's this place, you see. Evil attracts evil, and the devil's always sniffing around for recruits. Eric's tune. Today's my graduation, and I have you to thank for that, Jake. Enjoy your stay as a guest of the state.
Eric's Tune, written by Mark Towse, featuring performances by Alistair and Mackey as Jake, Rissa Montanez as Jen, Nhea Durousseau as Becky, Brooks Bigley as Max, David Cummings as Eric, Jason Wilson as Trevor, Tori Miller as Clive, Graham Rowat as Leonard, Travis McMaster as the tour guide, Tori Miller as the tourist number 1, and Graham Rowat as tourist number 2, and Nhea Durousseau as tourist number 3, and Graham Rowat as the waiter. War Council, written by Michael Zenke, featuring performances by Margaret Ashley as the architect, Christa Lewis as Bezial, Mark Whitten as Moth, and LaQuin Groves as Admiral Beckett. Musical composition by J.M. Scherf. Episode artwork, web development, and creative direction by Cassie Pertite. Social media and Patreon management is by Brooks Bigley. Videography is by Hale Scherf. Community management is by Tori Miller. Audio engineering and sound design is by me, Jason Wilson. There's always drama if you get caught in a bed that you weren't invited into. Another soul is twisted and cast into the pit, thanks to one of our fan-favorite authors. But be sure to mind the gap when you board our train. We're not responsible for what's down there, or where you'll end up. And we would like to take the time to thank our patrons, and to any of those who have taken the time to leave us a 5-star rating and a review. Those reviews keep us at the top of the charts and makes it easier for more twisted souls to find the show. Patrons like Bridget Criswell, Ellen Houghton, Eric Pritchard, Eric Phones, Jackalbot Snows, Lynn Browning, Matthew Smithdeal, Patrick Stewart, Ronan Kumori, Sean Gary, and Jeffrey McAvoy. You can find the Grey Rooms on Spotify, iTunes, or your favorite podcatcher. We're also now available on iHeartRadio's Spreaker app. So download the iHeartRadio Spreaker app today, open the browser, and search the Grey Rooms. And we here at the Grey Rooms love our fans, and we want to give back to you in the best way that we know how. We have a lot of fun things to show you, and we hope you like them. You can find out more by joining us on social media. You can find us on Instagram, YouTube, Reddit, Twitter, and Facebook. And we took your advice and extended an olive branch to all of the tortured souls who have passed through the rooms. Our emotional support group is always looking to help you with all of your needs. And don't forget about our merch store. It's full of epic designs and logos for you to sport, showing the world that you are a survivor of these very rooms. All of this can be found in the show notes or on our website at thegrayrooms.com. And have you checked out our Discord server? If you only listen to the podcast, you're only getting half of the experience. Join for free to hang out with the Grey Room's cast and crew, watch movies, listen to music, or learn to write your very own horror story. Our community grows daily, and you can meet and interact with like-minded fans from all over the world. And our top-tier patrons can read exclusive haikus by Bob on the walls of our board of directors' bathroom. See, there's something for everyone. But episode 10, halfway. Here we are, y'all. Halfway through season 4. So far, it's been a ride, has it not? Man, it's been a lot of fun, but it's also been a lot of work. And being that it's only halfway, we still have a lot more for you. So, we don't want to beat around the bush and waste any more time. We're going to dive back in there and get this done for you. So thank you for listening, thank you for supporting, and thank you for just being epic and stopping over at our Discord channel. So till next time, we're going to get back to work. So thank you again, and we'll see you next week.
This has been a Grey Rooms production. Copyright 2021 and 2022.